Hey, good morning and blessings, team. Coach G here. Just so excited to be with you and share with you this morning. Just a couple of tips that I've come across frequently. I love doing that when I see a repeated cycle or topic that several people are dealing with as I'm coaching people. I love to share that with you because I figure if these group of people are dealing with this and they're from all walks of life, then probably more people are dealing with it, and it may be helpful to give them a clue on what I see and maybe set them free for some things, help them with a breakthrough. So today we'll talk about vision, and I know it's a cool keyword to talk about. Have a vision, let's build a vision. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's very very sexy, very inspiring. But let's talk about the lack of one today, because what I see is that people come to me and they're stuck in a cycle, right? They're just really stuck. They keep seeing the repeated patterns in life over and over and over again of toxicity, of failure, of being stuck in a situation, of constant relationship failures, or they find themselves broke, and financially challenged over and over and over again. They keep losing jobs. They keep struggling with friendships or relationships, whatever the case may be. They're struggling with their spirituality, with their walk in life, with God. I mean, just whatever it is. It all boils down to a couple of things, I believe. And this is kind of the root of it all. And this is why I think people don't get delivered altogether 100%, is because they try to treat symptoms, but they never really get down to the core root of what's really happening. And it's so interesting because what I found is that when somebody doesn't have a vision for their life, when there's no clear directive of what they're trying to accomplish, or what maybe they feel they're called for or made for, or what they're trying to accomplish in life, then they tolerate anything and everything. They tolerate toxic people in their life. They allow anybody to speak into their life, or to add whatever drama into their life. There's no standards. There's no values. There's no boundaries, because when somebody has a vision for their life, what tends to happen is when they're really committed to the vision of their life, they start to attract things and only tolerate things and let things in their life that are conducive to growth in that area, and what's going to move them forward closer to that vision, to that goal, to that dream, whatever the case may be. And I find that when people do not have that, then anything goes. There's not really a clear directive. There's not a plan of action that day. There's not a POA, right? There's not a plan of action. They don't get up in the morning with excitement and intentionality towards what they're trying to do that day. So anything goes, right? And when anything goes, it's chaos. Chaos does not breed growth, right? Order creates growth, and directive and intentionality creates growth. But chaos does not create growth that way, right? In some ways, and I'm sure there's a few intellects that'll argue with me on some kind of scientific level, but I'm talking about just people right now. It tends to dig them deeper and deeper and deeper, and they get to where they're managing chaotic, toxic events every day. Who's mad at who, and what this person said to me, and why I hate my job, or why this and that, and they just start managing, and all their day is filled with this craziness, when there's a whole nother level up here of what I believe God's trying to do, of what a level you can rise to, a level you can elevate to, where that doesn't live, where it's going to be open doors to joy and happiness and completion and peace. Man, people give up their peace and their joy so quick these days for nothing, and you get really stuck in your feelings when you're in this chaotic mess of no vision. So today, I really want to encourage you guys to do a couple things. One, sit down, take a second, turn off your technology, turn off anything after this video, turn it off, get a piece of paper, a back of a mail envelope. You know, when we were growing up, we used to write everything on mail envelopes, right? Because, you know, you have the actual home phone and people would call and you try to write messages. Let me take a message, he's not here, you know, and so you'd write it on the back of an envelope or whatever. And I still doodle on that today. You know, we used to doodle on phone books and all this. I remember meeting my wife and we had a long conversation the first time that we ever met. And, you know, we talked for several hours on the phone. I don't know if you guys remember doing that. You know, you text and all this other stuff, but we actually had phone calls. You had to have game when I was little, right? When I was younger. So we talked and doodling and stuff. But anyway, so take a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, and actually write down your vision. You know, where do you want to go? What are you trying to accomplish? What does that look like? What do you feel that you're built and called to do? On one side of the paper, cut it in half, right? The paper, just draw a big line right in the middle. On one side, write where I'm going, what I want to do. The other side is what's stopping me from doing that. And on that one side, stopping me from doing that, write down things you think are holding you back. Personally, professionally, is it a relationship? Is it your personal lack of skill sets? Is it, you know, a situation you're in? Is it your health? What is it on that side that's keeping you from doing that? And once you have those two clear things, get a coach in your life and say, here's what I want to accomplish. Here's what I feel is holding me back. Can you help me set a directive, a game plan, a plan of action, a strategy where I can maneuver through these so-called weaknesses or pitfalls and really accomplish what I want to do on this side? Because that's so important to me that I'm willing to overcome this side. I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to grow. And you gotta be willing. You really have to be willing to make some changes in your life. The only constant thing about success is going to be change. As ironic as that is, you're going to change and fail temporarily all the way to success. So you got to have emotional quotient. You got to be strong. As my buddy Noble says, you got to be an EQ gangster, right? You really have to be strong emotionally and really keep what's real and not get caught in your feelings and pride and ego and jealousy and craziness. Just keep it real and be so committed to your vision, where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, that you are willing to cut out what's not supposed to be there and seek out what's supposed to be there. And I promise you, that is a start to the path of a really healthy, really prosperous, really fantastically full life. So hopefully that helps today. I'm with you. Don't be afraid. Be courageous. You know, courage is not being fearless. It's doing things the right way with excellence in all your heart, even though you're afraid. Pushing through that. It's not comfortable. Success is not comfortable. The way to a good life is not comfortable. The way to a great life is not comfortable. But I promise you, it'll all be worth it. So if you need me, I'm here. Reach out to me. Inbox me. On my Facebook is primarily what I use right now. At Gil Carrion or G.E.Carrion for my public figure page. Like this video, subscribe to this channel so I can get you some updates and topics that are on my heart, and then share this with 3 or 4 people in the next 5 or 10 minutes that you think would benefit from this, that may be stuck, that really is a good person that should deserve to get out of there, man. Because I believe all you guys are great people. I believe you're wonderfully and beautifully made by God, and I believe that you don't deserve to be stuck where you're at. But it's going to take some work. Just deserving not to be there, it doesn't get you out of there. It's going to take work. It's going to take intentional strategy. It's going to take a lot of things, but with a good coach and a strong work ethic, you can do it, okay? I believe in you. Until next time, live and love at a higher level unapologetically. And in addition to that, master your mornings and your day to elevate your life. Live legendary. Be your own main character and your hero in your own story. You be that hero in your own story, okay? And live legendary for sure. All right. I love you guys. God bless you. Unapologetically get it done. And I'll talk to you soon. Love you.